The Maasai Mara is one of the greatest game reserves in the entire world. This Kenyan national treasure is also the home of the greatest wildlife photography competition, the Greatest Maasai Mara Photographer of the Year competition. It kicked off last year and is now in its second edition. We find ourselves right in the heart of the Mara, having a chat with wildlife conservationist and photographer Adam Bannister, who was a judge last year and is also going to be judging this year, to find out more on the competition, conservation, and what you can do to get involved. Come on now, let's live out loud from the Maasai Mara! Hello and welcome to Sheila Lives Out Loud. I'm Sheila Moniga. I'm glad you found this channel. Please click subscribe and hit notifications. Share these videos, drop us a comment, and if you hit notifications, you never miss an episode when we upload. And we're right here in the heart of the Maasai Mara. I'm joined by Adam Bannister, wildlife conservationist and photographer extraordinaire. I'm telling you, it's always great fun to catch up with Adam. I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah,
I hope you're happy.
I am indeed.
I'm thrilled, but we are on the banks of the Mara River. But where's the river? Can you see the river? What is that, Adam? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on, Adam?
Yeah, this is one of the greatest rivers in Africa, and it's the artery of the Mara, the Maasai Mara ecosystem. And as you can see, it's about 4 feet wide at the moment. It's nothing but a trickle.
Right.
This is a desperate plea for help. If ever there was one saying, what is going on, we need some help, it's the Mara River at the moment, because if we lose this river, we lose the whole Maasai Mara ecosystem.
In talking about helping the Mara, we're going to have a conversation about a competition that's just as much about winning as conserving this precious natural heritage. In just a bit, we're going to go on a game drive with Adam. But before we do, we're joined by Peter. Peter, jamani,
Yes.
shida kweli, hebu tazama.
Mimi shida naona kwamba kama hakuna maji, hakuna uhai. Kwa sababu when I see this river was full of water since I was born. I have never seen this river to be like this. So this is now the first year I see that it is a problem. So the government will help us. Because no water, no life. That is what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Mara, no water, no life. So we are crying. I am crying as a human being and animals. On behalf of animals, I'm crying. So let us just no water, no life.
Okay.
So you anything that we are going to do to make sure that the river to be like the other time.
Okay.
So that is all about.
Conservation.
Yeah.
It's all about preservation and taking care of what we have.
Yeah.
And the Greatest Maasai Mara Photographer of the Year competition is much more than just a competition, Adam.
Yeah, that's right. When you enter the photographic competition, you have one of 6 places to choose, one of 6 organizations to choose where you want your entry fee to go, which is 1,000 shillings per photo. You could choose the Mara Conservancy, and 100% of your money for that photograph would go towards the Mara Conservancy. It would go towards the rangers who protect this land. It would go towards the conservation of the entire Mara ecosystem. You could decide to support the Mara Elephant Project and support the elephants that are used in this area. So it really is a fundraising mechanism and an exposure mechanism for the people who are doing the hard work to conserve this photographer's paradise. Often photographers will come here and they'll take incredible photos, but they have no way of saying thank you. They have no way of giving anything back to the land. This photography competition was a mechanism built to allow photographers the opportunity to say thank you to the Maasai Mara. And the Maasai Mara, more than ever, right now, needs your help.
It really does. We're going to speak more about the competition and the help that you can give to the Maasai Mara as we take a game drive with Adam right now.
So we're here in the Maasai Mara to showcase and to tell the story about the greatest Maasai Mara photographer of the year. This is a photographic competition that's now in its second year. We started last year, we move into our second year, and again we're trying to showcase the diversity that is on show here in the Maasai Mara. So when you enter this competition, it comes with a small entry fee. 100% of that entry fee goes to one of 6 conservation projects doing work in the Mara. So boots on the ground projects, you are actually supporting them when you do enter the photographic competition. In addition to that, we choose one winner a month. At the end of October, when we have 10 winners, we obviously have 10 that are now in the final. And from there we choose one. He or she will be the ultimate, the greatest Maasai Mara photographer of the year. The prize for that is substantial. It's $10,000 in cash. It's 5 nights at Angama. And then the wonderful part is that not just the photographer, but in fact we reward the photographer's guide with a trip to England to go and watch an English Premier League game. And in addition to that, it's not just one guide that we're sending, but we're actually going to send 3. So 3 guides will go to England to watch a Premier League game as a way of us saying thank you for the hard work they do every single day in the Maasai Mara. So last year, 2018, was our first edition, and we received just under 1,000 entries. So we raised some really good cash for these boots on the ground organizations. What we also did, which has subsequently doubled the amount of money that we've brought in for conservation, is that we've opened it up for exhibitions around the world. About 10 cities so far this year, ranging from Cape Town, Atlanta, Moscow, Seattle. There's various different places around the world where these top images are displayed. They go on auction, and any money raised from that auction goes towards a little bit towards the photographer and a little bit towards the conservation partner. So it's our way again of providing a platform for photographers to grow, to showcase their work, but also to raise money for conservation work. So far in 2019, the entries have been absolutely exquisite. We're looking at a competition that is building month after month in terms of its quality, and we're starting to really get a good idea about how it all rolls out, how it all plays out. And every single day we are seeing incredible images, quality images from all over the world that are all taken right here in the Maasai Mara, showcasing what is Africa's greatest reserve. One of the changes we made to the 2019 edition was that we added 2 further judges. So the judging panel last year was 3. It was Federica Vernassi, Art Wolf, and myself. This year we added Nisha Purushottam, and we added Michael Politzer. So we've now gone to 5 photographers from all over the world to try and fairly and correctly judge who is the greatest photographer of the Maasai Mara. We've designed a fairly complicated system, a points system, to ensure that it is fair and that the right photographs get through to the final rounds. We're looking at a variety of things, from the technicalities to the actual moment, to the story that is encapsulated in the photograph, to the rarity, and just to the appeal. Basically, do you have a photograph that makes us look twice? You know, we're seeing thousands and thousands of images in the social media world where you can just kind of flick through. We're looking for something that tells a story that forces you to look and stare and question and wonder what's going on. I think it's important to stress that this isn't just another photographic competition. We're not just looking for the greatest image. I mean, we are, but we're also looking to make some money and get some exposure for some conservation partners. So here we're looking at men and women who spend their entire day, every day, all year, doing work to preserve and conserve and keep this ecosystem safe. We're looking at a way to try and raise exposure for them, and this competition is one of the ways that we're doing that. So we're seeing a whole range of photographers entering. You're a kind of keen cell phone photographer all the way through to your serious professional. And from ages, we're seeing, in fact, the youngest has actually been about 9. Our youngest winner was 16, an Australian kid, but we have seen a 9-year-old entering. And we've seen it all the way to the other side of the spectrum. So it really is open to absolutely anyone and everyone who enjoys the Maasai Mara. To enter the competition, you log on to www.thegreatestmasaimara.com, and there's a very simple entry system that's set up there. And if you want to follow the journey, Instagram and Facebook are the best way to do that, The Greatest Maasai Mara. And they're up with daily updates on what's going on, the latest shots. And the nice thing, if you're a budding photographer who's still trying to learn your trade, we always showcase the settings that the photograph was taken on. So if you want to see what ISO, what aperture, what shutter speed you should have been on, it's kind of a neat way to do that. And we do also showcase all the guides. So it's our way to thank the guides for the work they do. And we showcase what camps the guests were staying at. So it's open to anyone across the entire Maasai Mara ecosystem, regardless of where you're staying, whether you're staying in 5-star luxury or whether you're sleeping in your own tent, it's open for you.
Adam, thank you so much for the time. It was great to hear you speak and to watch you work as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where, John? Thank you so much. Umetupeleka kuona wanyama. There we go. That was good fun. Asante sana.
Welcome.
Please check out my social media channels because I'm going to upload details on the greatest Maasai Mara Photographer of the Year competition. You can take a good photograph. You know somebody who does. Please tag them. Get them to come to the Maasai Mara. Let's all have this conversation happening because something terrible is happening and we could lose as Kenyans the very greatest precious gift that we've been given. Let's all play our part. Let's all do something and conserve the Maasai Mara. Let's preserve it, let's conserve it, let's protect it, let's take care of it for generations to come. Thank you for watching this episode. As always, please click subscribe, hit notifications, and you'll never miss an episode when we upload. Until we catch up again from the Maasai Mara, it's live out loud, people! It doesn't get any louder than the Maasai Mara, does it? Loud, loud, loud!